clearly been a tremendous amount of government involvement in all kinds of private sector entities in the last few months. Is it possible to go too far in that direction in trying to correct the current economic situation and the challenges that we face, and thereby potentially adding additional and unforeseen problems later? Could we make it worse by getting this far involved, or are we too far down the road now?
That's a very important question to make sure that we're responding to the challenges, the real challenges that both you as ranking member and Madam Chairwoman have mentioned that are being experienced in the small business sector and throughout the entire economy. And so I think it's very important to be active and proactive right now. But we do have to be mindful of the programs that we put out to make sure that they help to restore market functioning in the short to intermediate term to support true market functioning as we go forward. So I think we're very mindful of that in the design of the different programs.
Thank you, Mr. Ramanathan. Could you point to any instance in which the injections of capital to banks have generated substantial amounts of new lending to small businesses?
Let me take a step back and again mention it was just about 25 or 30 business days ago, and I say business days casually because we've been working night and day on this over weekends, you name it, to ensure that the core banking system is operating, because without the core banking system, the impact to small business, to consumers, to employment are tremendous. And without bank lending and without the major banks, whether this is a Main Street or Wall Street issue, it's not. It's our issue. And so strengthening that central core, ensuring their balance sheets are strong, will rebuild confidence. And once that confidence is restored, we will see lending occur. We have seen, despite some of the comments that lending has not occurred, there has been lending that's been occurring. Recently, this morning, a major bank announced that lending is up 15% in the last just 2 months. So there is confidence building, but the loans are going to be made on a prudent and sound basis. I would expect, and Governor Crossner is probably better aware of some of these issues, but the way in which liquidity will filter down to the system will occur, but it will take time. And I come back to a point, and perhaps earlier I didn't have a chance to discuss this, but we have taken extraordinary actions, aggressive actions, to ensure that the stability of the financial market stays intact. Before we attack specific problems, specific sectors, we need to make sure that that companies can pay their payrolls, that you can get cash at your ATM machines, that your checks can get cashed, and that your payrolls can be met. The commercial paper facility was a major impact in terms of protecting and ensuring that banks can lend and that companies can lend and meet their payrolls. Interbank lending, guaranteeing banks' debt for 3 years, had a tremendous impact in ensuring that liquidity flew to the system. The AIG stabilization which took place, it was a significantly systemic institution, had tremendous repercussions by focusing on it and ensuring that it made sure it was stabilized. And when I talk about the money market fund guarantee, I don't take this lightly. Within a couple days, the U.S. Treasury came up with a solution to stop what could have been a $200 or $500 billion run on money market funds, which impacts every single one of us. We are very interested in making sure that the financial system stays intact, as are our counterparties abroad. And we do believe when you talk about LIBOR, which has been talked about quite a bit, it's an exotic term, but LIBOR, lender interbank offered rates, are present in every mortgage term sheet, in every mortgage contract out there. That's how you base your benchmarks for loans. That loan was about 5.5% at a peak earlier this year, just about 4 weeks ago. It's at close to 2% now. We've made tremendous strides. While we look at the equity markets going up and down, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we may not recognize immediately.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, because we have so many members here.